Hi everyone, I'm Molly with the Coastal Watershed Council, and I am so excited that you are about to start your action project. Action projects are so important because what we do makes a difference. Our actions matter in terms of protecting the San Lorenzo River and helping to protect steelhead trout. So you have three choices for how you can do your action project. One, you can make a comic strip. Two, you can record yourself doing a news report as if you were telling the whole world what you know about steelhead trout. And third, you could make a model. Regardless of what option you are using, you're going to be answering this question. How does water level affect steelhead trout's ability to migrate? And what can we do about it? So I'm going to read that question again. How does water level affect steelhead trout's ability to migrate? What can we do about it? Now, you've learned so much about steelhead trout, about water level, and at what season they migrate. So think about everything that you've learned in this lesson unit, combine it together to answer that question. So let's take a look at the three different action project options. So if you're interested in making a comic strip, make sure that your comic strip includes your name, the title of the comic strip, at least 5 drawings, an explanation for how water level affects steelhead trout migration, and ends by sharing at least one thing we can do to help steelhead trout. So if you look over here to the left, you can click on a bigger picture that shows you an example of a comic strip. So here's an example of a comic strip. You can also use a template that you see here. Now, if you don't have a printer, that's okay. You can just use this as a template and draw 6 rectangles on a piece of paper. Now, there's a couple other pieces of information that might help you as you're making your comic strip. You might want to review your steelhead trout habitat drawing for good information about their migration cycle. This might look familiar from lessons in the past. You might also want to rewatch a video explaining how water level and migration are connected. And if you'd like, you could even do your comic strip in a digital format and using the app Pixton. So you can click on that last link right here and I will show you how to use Pixton. All right, so that's option number 1, the comic strip. Option number 2 is to do a news report. Like we are a news reporter telling other people about steelhead trout and why they need a certain water level. All right, so just like the comic strip, make sure you have your name, and then you're going to explain your answers to the below questions. And you can use these sentence frames if you'd like to. So steelhead trout need water to blank, and you're going to fill in that answer. When there is blank water in the river, steelhead trout blank migrate. This is a problem because humans get their water from blank. Humans can help steelhead trout migrate by blank. One way you can save water, blank, and obviously where I just said blank, you're going to be filling in with your own thoughts and answers. If you'd like to see an example of a news report, you can click right here and it'll show a video that I recorded using each of these sentence frames to make a news report. Again, think about the habitat drawings. That could have some good information for you about what you might want to include in your news report. Additionally, you might choose to rewatch the video explaining water level and how migration is connected. And finally, if you'd like to do your news report in a fancy format, you could even learn how to use Adobe Spark. And so that third link is showing you a link to Adobe Spark. All right, that's option number 2, news report. And our final option is to make a model. Now this model can be a drawing, a physical model, or something that you made on a computer. Regardless of what format you choose to make your model, make sure you include your name, and that your model shows how water level affects steelhead trout migration, and that also in your model you show what we can do to help steelhead trout. And you can click on this link right here and Sam will show you an example of a model he made. You can watch that later. All right, my friends. And if you'd like to make this model in a 3D digital format, you can click on this bottom link right here, and that will bring you to Tinkercad, where you can learn how to use Tinkercad to make a 3D digital model. All right, so you have 3 options for a action project: a comic strip, a news report, or you can make a model. Just remember to answer the question, how does water level affect steelhead trout's ability to migrate? What can we do about it? Have fun, my friends.